Hey guys, so the last thing I think that trips people up about research is that they don't use the library. So I'm going to try to explain what the library is trying to accomplish and why I think that the library should be an essential part of your SMU experience. And hopefully this gives you an idea how you might use me more effectively, since I'm going to be dedicated to your class, and in general across your academic career using myself or other librarians more effectively when you have research assignments or you're just in general curious about a thing. So what the library really tries to accomplish, the whole setup of the library, its whole structure, is to connect you with the information that you need. As a librarian, I get really frustrated when people don't have the information that they need. There's so much cost, there's so much lost when you're looking for information and you don't have it. In the right hands, I really believe that information can change the world, it can change the trajectory. It's the difference between us solving cancer within the next 20 years or the next 200 years. These are information problems. So I've dedicated, and other librarians here have dedicated their life to connecting you to the information that you need. So let's think about what might separate you from the information that you want. Well, one might be cost. You don't want to pay for those articles that are out there. That makes sense. Some of them are $350 a piece. That's not a reasonable amount of cost for you to absorb, but the library will pay that and absorb that cost by buying in bulk and doing a lot of other things. We get discounts that allow you to be able to access those articles, and you can basically for free access almost anything in the world. We want to remove that barrier from the information that you need. The second might be distance. The information that you might need might be somewhere else, or it may be published somewhere else. Fortunately for you, we allow online access, so anything that is available online, you can just log in through your dorm room, wherever. You don't actually have to be in the library. We've conquered the distance, so we removed the distance barrier. The next one is complexity. Anybody who's done a Google search knows that, like billions of results show up. The internet is getting increasingly complex. You have people who are dedicated as professionals, like myself, who try to think about the complexity of this information. I would much prefer you to focus in on the complexity of your argument or the complexity of the paper you're trying to do. I want you to focus in on your understanding, not trying to navigate a really complex system. We try to centralize it and make it user-friendly. This is the information world is really, really complex. We try to make it a little bit better, but you have these professionals that can help you go through that. So we can help you conquer that complexity. If you're feeling overwhelmed with how complex or where to go for information, that's when to talk to a librarian. They can help you overcome that. Instead of sitting there for hours going the wrong direction, just ask for directions, ask a librarian. And the last one, I think the one that actually prevents us most, it's because it's the invisible one, is its inexperience. You guys are just starting doing this, and this is a really complex system. There is no reasonable expectation why you should know exactly how to navigate all this information effectively your first time around. It's really hard. Research is really difficult, and it takes some time. I have an advanced degree in it, and sometimes I get tripped up. But I believe that I can help, and I believe that other librarians can help as well. So this last question that you're going to see over there is really comes out of an observation or anecdotes that I sort of have. I know stats as well, that basically 80% of you guys won't talk to me, even though you know my name, even though you know my face, and even though I'll be in your class. You won't come talk to me outside of your classroom setting. And I'm trying to figure out what that is, because I think I'm offering something that is incredibly valuable, that I'm removing the barriers, and that you can get the information that you need at the point that you need it. And I'm offering a skill set that allows you to get that information more quickly. Think of all of the time that you're going to save. Think of the ways that you can, if you had that information, you could actually spend time reading it and understanding it, building your knowledge, building your understanding. It's going to be so much easier at the end of this to write your paper if that's what's going on. So this last part is for me to try to figure out, what do I need to do? What can the library do to better connect you with the information that's out there? That I need to know what's preventing people from coming up and asking for help, because I think the best thing, if I'm trying to answer why libraries and why you should use libraries, the answer is librarians, because I think they're really incredible and that they can help you overcome this and put the information in your hand and allow learning to continue to happen. And I think it'll increase your GPA, and I think it'll give you more free time, more time to actually write those papers. You won't be cramming at the end. So this last question's for me. I appreciate you answering it. I'm going to look at all these answers. I'm going to come up with that. I'm looking forward to see you very soon. I think we'll have a really good session.